So we're gonna react to this right now. This is every season of Gotham ranked from worst to best. If you guys do not know, over on my gaming channel, what is now my gaming channel, I used to cover Gotham. This used to be one of my biggest things and why my channel got so many subscribers. I ultimately started hating this show in season 4 and 5, but this has been requested a lot to react to this. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and react to this. I am probably gonna tear this video apart depending on what seasons they think are best, because 4 and 5 were hot garbage. So let's check this out.
Hello,
all right,
home dogs. Today's video is all about my fair city of Gotham. And if you are a fan of Gotham,
I'm not
take it
anymore.
as a personal insult if you don't subscribe to Channel Pop right now. Hello, noble home dogs. In today's video, we will be looking at every season
he's got
of
a
the
dog.
Gotham TV series that originally aired on Fox, and ranking them from worst to best, as well as giving a little bit of reasoning for it. So coming in at fifth place as what I would consider my least favorite season is Season 5.
Season 5 was hot
Not
garbage.
to say that this is a bad season of television.
It's a bad
or
season.
I even dislike it.
It's
I
a
think
bad
Gotham
season.
Season 5 was fully aware that it had a lot on its shoulders. There was a lot that this season had to juggle as the final season of the show, and as well as that, it was a much shorter run than the previous seasons. Usual episode run is 22 episodes.
It should have been canceled at season 4.
Not only that, the previous season ended on a cliffhanger with Gotham being transformed into no man's land. So in this final season, they had to round off all of the existing characters and put an end to the no man's land story, as well as delivering a satisfying introduction to the Batman. And so my question is, why the flying fuck would you use most of this season's already short run on introducing new villain of the week?
Thank you.
When you've got all that
Hot garbage
in a satisfying fashion, at what point would you logically say, yeah, let's do this villain here called the Granny, let's do Magpie, let's do a 2-part remake of The Dark Knight Rises?
Yeah.
Now, admittedly, that put an end to the No Man's Land storyline, but a remake of The Dark Knight Rises, because it really is that. It follows the same plot beats. Bane is a puppet for Talia al Ghul. They're trying to bring Gotham's reckoning, and Batman has to rise from that. Which is also a shame, because I can't even...
This is why, like, dude, Gotham was so poorly written. Like, I'm telling you, look, they literally ripped off The Dark Knight, like this guy's saying. They redid storylines all of the time. Like, people do not realize this. It's one of the reasons why I started hating this show. Is, like, people do not realize how often this show repeated the same damn storyline. No matter how much you love this show, that's not a lie.
The non-filler episodes are good. Now, there are admittedly some good episodes in here, good filler and good
garbage
stuff. The highlight probably being the Ace Chemicals episode devoted to Jeremiah Valeska, which, let's face it, he's the one we were all here to see this time around. So, definitely an enjoyable season of television, but just overall an underwhelming one with an egregious amount of filler. So,
I swear to God, if season 4 is number 1,
Gotham season 3. Now, what I will say is,
oh God,
the first half of season
I swear, if he says season 4 is number 1,
upon Penguin and Riddler's sort of character dynamic, and the second half of season 2, Riddler was definitely the highlight in.
Why's Gotham Joker look like Pennywise?
Penguin's mayoral campaign. The whole thing with the monsters and Fish Mooney returning to Gotham, I won't lie, it felt very quickly over and done with. But I loved how Penguin and Fish Mooney's sort of dynamic was resolved in the end, with her kind of saying that she's proud of where he's come today because she created the Penguin, effectively. The mid-season finale, while the first half is a bit silly,
that episode was good.
The second half with Jerome and the Circus
that
of
episode
Terror
was good as well.
Chef's kiss. But now for the things I really didn't like about Season 3, I must admit, the Court of Owls stuff was just... I realize that this is the most subjective criticism of all, but it was boring, in my opinion. Now, I don't think the
to be honest, I'd agree with that.
Boring, but in this, it was boring. I was bored by it.
They could have been so much better.
Virus, which also went on for far, far, far too long. There were a lot of story beats.
Although he was one of my favorite characters.
Felt like they could have been resolved in the first half, that instead just dragged all the way out to the second half. And yeah, it just, season 3 feels too long. And by the end, I was just kind of feeling a little bit exhausted by it. Again, not a bad season of television and some great standout episodes in there, but definitely
I think Tetch was the best character.
Place, we have season 1. Gotham Season 1 is kind of a bit of a
I can
dark
agree with that.
horse, because after
But season
1,
4 in the
Gotham
top
was all
2?
about
No!
this zany, kooky,
He's gonna put it number
it's
1, right?
Batman
This
without
asshole's gonna
Batman
put it
kind
number
of vibe
1.
to it. Whereas
Oh
Season
my
1 was
God.
devoted to being a little more serious and being a little bit more of a cop show with kind of a villain of the week format, which definitely worked well for it. For starters, Season 1
I could
definitely laid
season 1
down
being
the
season 3, I
groundwork
could
for
see
things
it.
to come and did it in an immensely satisfying way. But I also really loved the mob focus, which seems to get lost in later seasons.
Yeah,
When I was
for
first
sure.
hearing about this season, and I was hearing that Don Maroney and Don Falcone are a big part of this show, and it's Penguin kind of lying to the
He's
two
gonna put
sides
season
and
4 at
everything,
number
I
1.
thought, okay, that sounds potentially kind of intriguing. But I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Season
And I know
1
Don
got good
Falcone
at
is
the
definitely
end.
one of the most underrated characters in this season. And there's a lot of memorable moments in this first season that have really stuck with me. I love the whole thing of Fish Mooney hiring Liza to kind of get to know Don Falcone and become kind of his Achilles heel. But in the mid-season, where Don Falcone finds out and chokes her, and then Fish Mooney discovers that Penguin is working for Falcone. Absolutely sensational ending. The scene where Sal Maroni and Penguin are playing the secrets game, where they kind of tell each other secrets, and it's just very tense. And Maroni knows that he's working for Falcone. And then Penguin thinks he's got the upper hand, but then there's no bullets in his gun. Superb tension, superb television. And then there's the bit in the finale
was
where
solid.
Penguin rises up and declares himself the king of Gotham after...
This was like one of the 3 times Penguin rises. This is all Penguin did in all of 5 seasons of Gotham. He went to the top and he fell to the bottom. He went to the top, he fell to the bottom. He did nothing else. That's all he did, and randomly they threw in this maybe he's gay, maybe he's not storyline. That is all Penguin did. Had the same repeat storylines, same thing with the Riddler. There was the character development. Penguin had the best character development out of everybody because they actually tied the freaking, like, his mom dying to the end of a season and all that stuff. Like, that was really good storytelling there. But all the in-between trash, terrible.
the killing or thinking he's killed Fish Mooney. This season was a seriously thrilling crime drama, as well as that,
it was good
with Barbara Keene, where she's actually kind of psychotic after falling in love with the ogre. And it went to some seriously
that was the best part too.
Well. I remember when the doll maker wanted Fish Mooney's eyes,
yeah,
she gouged
that
it
was
out
dope.
herself with a spoon. Gotham season 1 was absolutely fan.
Wait a minute. That was Gotham season 1? When she took her eye out? Because doesn't she die at the end of season 1? How did she come back? Or did she die mid-season? Because I thought she comes back in season 2 or 3. Am I wrong about that? Somebody fact check that in the comments of this video, because yeah, I thought she died in season 1, but she didn't come back. That's weird. That wouldn't make any sense.
TV. The reason it's only in 3rd place is I must admit I do prefer what Gotham went on to be, with that more sort of 1970s House of Horror vibe that it would pick up in season 2. As well as that, the pacing in season 1 did have a tendency to feel just a little bit choppy. It wasn't quite as smooth as it would go on to be. So while it is a little flawed, Gotham season 1 laid down the groundwork for a fantastic show with fantastic characters, and it is...
He's gonna put season 4.
Don't be it. So in 2nd place, we have Gotham.
Oh, thank God!
Undoubtedly, Gotham
thank
season
God!
4 is thrilling, and it's where we're really starting to see the formation of everything.
Season 4 was hot
Like
garbage.
the seasons before, it's very much a show in 2 halves, but the first half is devoted mostly to Scarecrow, Professor Pig, the Penguin being the mayor of Gotham, Sophia Falcone. That's all really interesting stuff. I think the highlight of that first half was the Penguin's sort of dynamic with Martine, someone he'd kind of taken on to be kind of his apprentice in a way. It was nice to see a bit more of the Penguin's more human qualities through him. Professor Pig was also exciting and terrifying, and it's nice to see a very underrated
Pig was probably
Batman
the
villain
best
really
part of
get
that
the
season.
spotlight. But what I don't understand is why he needed to be a fake out that was just impersonating the real Professor Pig. What, is there a Professor Pig embargo? And sadly, Professor Pig was not the only character to get this treatment. See, the second half of season 4 is devoted entirely to Gotham.
This was the worst part.
Jerome Valeska.
This was the worst part.
Great, you got a great second half this time. But it turns out Jerome Valeska is at least now not the real Joker.
Yeah,
He's more just
it was
the
so stupid.
twin brother of the Joker that made the Joker into the Joker.
So
or
dumb.
just kind of unleashed his brother's inner Joker, as the show would more like us to believe.
Yeah.
To be fair,
No.
it's entertaining stuff, and it is handled
No, it
really,
wasn't.
really well.
No, it
But
wasn't.
I would be lying
You
if I said
liar.
I wasn't a little frustrated by the whole fake out.
Thank
with
you.
Jerome. It's just
Thank
kind of
you.
annoying when a character really wins you over, only to find out that that character's not it, and then you've got to be won over all over again.
Yeah.
And admittedly, it's the same actor,
Dumb.
but it's a completely different portrayal, and I must admit, it's a little bit of a downgrade. At least
Thank
in my
you.
opinion, and seemingly
Thank you.
popular opinion anyway, but I've already made enough videos on that. Other things I wasn't so big on were
Ugh.
Barber Keane becoming the demon's head and having Mr. Hand light powers.
Terrible.
That wasn't really for me.
This
And they
season sucked.
definitely
How is it on your
really went
number
under the
2?
nose with her sort of statement
How
at
is
the
it
end
your
of the
number 2?
season that men are her true enemy. Like, it doesn't really bug me, but it is very, very, very on the nose what they were trying to do with this character.
How
at
is
that
this your
point.
number 2?
Only
You're
for this
complaining
whole
about
thing
it the
to kind of
most.
just dissipate come the next season. But that's more of a season 5 thing than a season 4 thing, and admittedly, I'm happy that they didn't go down that road. And then there's the kind of the thing I'm not sure how to react to is Bruce Wayne is kind of going through his kind of adolescent stage.
Yeah.
And as well as that, he's struggling to comprehend what he's kind of done to Ra's al Ghul. So he goes wayward and very much starts to take
This was
his
the-
frustrations
Ugh.
out on Alfred.
This season
Now,
sucked! How is it
Alfred
your number
my
2?
favorite protagonist
Ugh.
character in Gotham, and I hate
Bruce
to see him get
sucked in
treated
this
like
season.
that. And because of that, the first half of season 4 isn't always an easy watch. But
No.
then when they make it right, it's great. It's really
No,
nice.
it's not.
So season 4 has a lot of really unmissable, purely entertaining TV moments in it.
Nope.
But it doesn't take the top
Nope.
spot, because that, my friends, goes to Gotham Season 2.
Season 2 is pretty fire.
Season 2 is like a home run season of television. In my eyes, the gold standard of superhero TV entertainment. It begins with probably the strongest 3 opening episodes of any season of television that I've ever seen.
Ah,
And yes,
whoa.
obviously that is in a
Whoa.
very big way thanks to Cameron Monaghan returning
Whoa.
as Jerome. But surprisingly, when it's time for Jerome to go, the show
Of
manages to
all
maintain
time?
all
I don't
of
know
its
about that,
momentum,
bro.
Thanks to a really compelling
It was
main
good, though.
villain in the first half, Theo Galavan. A pretty new and unique villain to this universe that is connected to Azrael. But in that first half, we are very much getting a brand new character with Theo Galavan, and he is a very scary character.
Yeah, he was good.
A devious manipulator, capable of getting the entire city eating out of the palm of his hand, all in a bid for absolute power with malicious intent. So when we see the regular heroes and villains of Gotham all team up and unite to stop him, it is a satisfying moment. But then we move into the second half of the season, which is home to some of the best episodes. Can I just say, for one thing, this ball of mud and meanness is a masterpiece.
This right here, this fucking episode is why the show was good at this time, and why Bruce never needed to kill Ra's, and Bruce never needed to kill Alfred, and all of that jazz. You didn't need those 2 moments because of this episode right here. If Bruce was ever going to kill somebody, it would have been Joe Chill, the man that killed his parents. That is the only time, right? Like, it makes no sense that he let this man live, but just because Ra's was over here like, oh, I'm gonna live forever, and I'm gonna kill your fake wife, and I'm gonna kill your fake kid, and Bruce is like, and he freaking kills somebody? No! If he didn't kill this guy, then he should never kill anybody. And that's why the show was good, because they kept to Bruce's rule, and he realized that life's important, blah, 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 blah. Revenge does nothing. But no! Gotham went on and had Bruce kill 3 more times. He killed Ra's twice, and he killed fucking Alfred. Fuck this show.
Hands down.
Bad
it's a
writing.
masterpiece. You've
Bad
got
writing.
Bruce Wayne confronting the
Ugh.
fear of his parents.
Show makes me
and
rage so hard.
discovering his humanity. But as well as that, we've also got the Penguin's Reformation arc, which in some ways is a little bit like a Clockwork Orange, where he's very much had his own sense of humanity stripped away from him
Ugh.
in a bid to make him less dangerous, and he reconnects with his father after
That
the
was
death of
cool.
his
That was a
mother,
cool
Gertrude.
moment, 'cause
But
he
then
got
we see his
gangster
new sort
there.
of step family abuse him, and we see him take his revenge through reforming as the Penguin. Oh my fucking god.
It was
That is
good.
amazing. And then you have the second half of the season dedicated to Hugo Strange experimenting on the dead to create a new set of monsters for Gotham City. Another
was
great
cool.
story that doesn't over...
Remember when we were all saying this was Jerome? This was like the biggest thing. Everybody was like, that's Jerome, that's Jerome, that's Jerome. They could have confirmed that. That would have been one of the best things to be like, this is Jerome. But again, they decided to go with some other crazy storylines. This could have been the real Joker the whole time, and they didn't go down that line, but
welcome. Gotham
whatever.
Season 2 just gets it right. So that is my ranking of all of the Gotham seasons. I'd be interested to hear what you guys think, so comment below and discuss, and as always, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, hit subscribe, hit the like button, and in the description below are different links to different social media feeds.
Season 2 was really good.
And join button.
So that's it for that video. If I had to rank them just from pure memory, because I don't remember them, Season 4 would probably be 5th. Season 5, no, I don't know, man. Season 4 and 5 could probably be 4 and 5 as the worst seasons. And then I'd probably go, yeah, Season 2 would probably be number 1. And then I think I'd put number 1, 2, and then no, I don't know, man, because Season 3 had some decent moments. I don't know. I might have it go 2, 1, 3, 4, 5. But 4 and 5, I feel like can switch, honestly. I don't know. I thought 4 and 5 were hot garbage. The reason why I like Season 3 is Season 3, had the show got canceled and ended at the end of Season 3, I think that would have been like, if the show had ended and never came back and we didn't get more videos or more episodes, I think a lot of people would have been like, oh my god, Gotham had so much potential, it could have been the greatest Batman show of all time, yada yada yada. Like, we could have left saying that. But then, it's one of those things where you actually got what you wanted, and Season 4 and 5 did not deliver, and they were freaking awful. And I think that had it ended at Season 3, and maybe they were like, it became a cult classic Batman show, and they brought it back like 10 years later, that could have been kind of cool, because then you could have actually had Batman and all of that jazz. I think that would have been pretty fire. But for the most part, yeah, this is my reaction to this video. So there you go, Ethan. I hope you watched it. But that's going to be it. Yeah, anyways, that's it for this video. If you guys can't tell, this show still annoys me, even though it was what got me a lot of subscribers. Then again, we're doing the gaming channel now, so none of those people watch the content anymore. But this is it. Visiting old wounds, as always. That's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, if you haven't subscribed to that gaming channel, you should. And also come check out the Twitch channel, because we stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We also live stream over on that Twitch channel, which this is being recorded on, not the Twitch channel, the YouTube channel. This is being recorded on that Twitch that YouTube live stream. Fuck, I can't talk. I'm just so mad about Gotham. Anyways, guys, as always, I'm your host, JUICEbox. Remember to wake up in the morning, ask yourself something. Found my daily dose of juice. See you guys next time.